And welcome to this Red Paddle Short. I'm Kylianne, one of the Red ambassadors here in Western Australia, and today we're going to the beautiful Coogee Beach. We'll be jumping into all you need to know when paddleboarding with kids. Firstly, to paddleboard with kids, you will need some. So I've got mine here with me today, Micah and Luca, and they're ready for a big blue adventure with Mum. Both of my girls have been riding with me on the board between the ages of 2 and 3. But the big question is, when do you know what age you should get your child out into the water? Knowing when to take your child out for the first time will come down to two things: both your own and your child's confidence on the board and in the water. When I was confident with my own skill level on the SUP, I waited until I knew both of my girls could swim with a personal flotation device before taking them on the board, knowing that if we did fall off, I could get them back on the board safely and quickly. A good hack to test the waters and to build confidence is to ease into it. Stick to an enclosed flat water location or close to the shoreline where both of you can stand. That way you can have fun without the worry and the stress. Always assess the area you are planning on paddling in before taking to the water. When assessing the conditions and the location, here's a quick checklist to run through. Check the wind speed and direction. Our favourite app to use is windy.com. Then it's a must to check for hazards. Things like currents, rips, rocks, boats and other sea craft, swells and tides are all things to consider when taking to the water. Make sure your child has an appropriate PFD or a personal flotation device. I like vest PFDs with safety straps around the torso and a leg rope between the legs to ensure there's no slipping out the bottom. They're streamlined on the body and they don't get in the way of their movement. They're also really buoyant in the water. But you really need to make sure to do your research and make sure you're 100% confident in your choice of PFD for your child. Leg ropes save lives, so always have it attached to ensure that if you do happen to fall off, the board's within reach and you can get back onto your board with ease. I also always carry a phone in a dry bag. It's better to be safe than sorry. You never know when you may need to make an important call. Depending on how long you're paddling for, to avoid the dreaded whinge of the children and dehydration, snacks, making sure you've got storage for any rubbish and appropriate amount of water is a great hack to getting more time in the water with your grog. When positioning your child or children on the board, always have them in front of you in alignment with the midline for the safest and most stable position. Red Paddle Co strongly advises against having children behind you on the board because if you were to fall, it would most likely be backwards. The best part about having them in front of you is when they are skillful and strong enough, you can hand them the paddle, sit back, relax, and they can do all the hard work, just like my Grom Micah is here. Thanks for tuning in to this Red Short. I hope it's given you some good considerations when you are wanting to take your children on the SUP for some adventures.